All right, give the band a little run for the third time today. They're busy. I'm going to pay these guys overtime. Welcome to the NorCal Sports Network, and as promised and delivered, Marty Lurie joins the NorCal Sports Network. Welcome, Marty. How you doing?
I'm doing great. Happy New Year to you, Eric.
Yeah, Happy New Year.
Thank you, Marty. Same to you.
And as Larry David says, after January the 5th, you do not say Happy New Year anymore. That's it.
Today's it.
It's it for me. Happy New Year Friday. I'm done. That's it.
That's it. Okay, nobody gets a Happy New Year starting tomorrow.
Larry David said it perfectly. You don't after the 5th, you're done.
Yeah, I remember people saying it in February. It's like, what?
That's it. We're almost done with 2024 already.
Yeah, I got people saying 2 days ago to me, 3 days ago, Happy New Year, Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas? That was like over a week ago.
Let go of everything. You build it up in November. You can't wait. And then, into December and January. And then all of a sudden it's January 2nd and the light comes on and it's over.
Yeah, well, that's a great segue into the free agency. I mean, What the heck's going on? It's January 5th and we just finally got some news today.
Yeah, well, this is the way. There's no pressure. In other sports, there's pressure to get it done within a time frame. Baseball does not have that pressure. And with agents like Scott Boras, he understands the market, and he will let it narrow down until he squeezes that last dollar. And if he's got to do it like Bryce Harper in March 3rd, he'll do it in March if he has to do it. So, it's a question of getting used to sticker shock. I think for baseball, they have to realize every year the prices go up. And we saw it with Ohtani. Naturally, that's a different case. But with Yamamoto, we saw it with Lee, who the Giants got, $113 million. It was way above what everyone thought. And it's like the housing market. You got to get used to those prices. The house you used to see for, $600,000 is now $1.5 million. And that's just the reality of the world. And for baseball people, they have a tough time adjusting to that kind of money. And I think that's a big problem. Bellinger's going to get his money. That's just the way it works today. Yamamoto got his money. Uwanga will probably get his money, even though he's a 3 or 4 starter. And that's the price of doing business. So that's where we are today. And until everyone comes to grips with that, the agents will just let it ride out. There's no rush, no spring training yet. There's no rush to do anything. So I think the Giants missed the boat a little bit. I've said it on your show and with Larry. I felt they should have made a jump at free agents in October and November.
Absolutely.
Of course, you couldn't because of the World Series. But in November, you could have made that jump then because the prices were different in November.
Well, Farhan did this last year at the winter meetings that were going on in the 22 in December. He waited for Judge, and then
now the market is set.
And then Trey Turner signed, and then Bogart signed, and all of a sudden he throws out this ridiculous number to Correa for 13 and $350, and then they realize, hey, this isn't moving the needle. We got to get out of this deal.
Yeah. No, so now what cost you in November, for sake of discussion, $100 million in January and February is going to cost you $170 million.
Yeah. Think about this, Marty. How ironic is it that 2 years ago, after the 21 season, Gosman's here, wants to stay, but Farhan doesn't want to sign him to a 5-year deal at 110. And so he signs DeSclafani and Wood for basically less years, but a little more money AAV combined. And then today he goes and gets Robbie Ray, who's making the same money that Gosman was making.
Yeah. Well, he didn't read the market to say that market of $100 million, in 2022 would be now $200 million in 2024. And
Yeah.
that's the reality of it. That's why the
Well, I
price
think that's why he pivoted. I think that's why he pivoted back to Ray, because he knows he's out on the Snell and he's out on Montgomery and that top market.
I agree with that. I think Snell and Montgomery money is not comfortable for him, and he was not going to pay it. But this trade does a lot of things. And I said it on Twitter. A couple of people took exception to what I said. He got rid of 2 zeros,
Yep,
essentially.
he
Now, I'm
pretty
not
much
saying
did.
they're bad people, they're great teammates, blah, blah, blah,
Right.
and all that. But they were zeros. He
Right.
got rid of 30 million for a Hannigan who couldn't hit at all and couldn't play defense. That was the problem. There's no place to put him.
Right.
You got him back to Seattle, where he is a hero. Seattle
Right.
is thrilled to get him back. They don't care what he does. They love Mitch Haniger.
Right.
So they took him, and he also got rid of DeSclafani, who was a complete zero last year.
Yeah, I thought it was a good move by him.
Oh, he got rid of 30 million and 42 million. And in return for that, he got Robbie Ray, who may pitch this year, probably will. But as Eric knows, you come back from Tommy John, you're wild, you're all over the place. This guy was like that anyway. So what they'll get out of him this year, hopefully healthy, and will show that he can pitch, because he's a very effective pitcher when he's healthy. So they got him for 2 more years at, say, 45 million when you deduct the Haniger, DeSclafani,
Right.
that money. So you got Ray. It's a great risk. I'll take 2 years of Robbie Ray, who should be healthy.
Right.
Tommy John today, when you come back from Tommy John today, you will pitch. It's not like, oh my God, the guy had a shoulder injury and he can't ever pitch again. He will
Right.
pitch. So 2 years of Robbie Ray at 40 some odd million.
Yeah, it's actually 25 a year. 50. They owe him 50 million in 25 and 6.
Yeah, so he's not going to opt out unless he came back and through 7 games and 56 innings and looked great.
Well, that's the thing, Marty. I said this earlier today.
He won't opt.
To me, it's a win-win, because if Robbie Ray does, the only way he's opting out is if he makes 12 starts and he looks like Cy Young again.
Yeah.
But if that's the case, maybe the Giants,
very old if he looked like Cy.
Right. Yeah,
very old.
But if he pitched like he did in 21 and he won the Cy Young, if he does that in the last 10, 12 starts he makes, let's say he does make those starts this year, let's say the Giants happen to be in wild card contention and sneak into the playoffs somehow. If you got Webb and Ray and Cobb going and maybe Harrison's doing, you never know what can happen in a short series.
Well, I saw it firsthand here. I went to every home Arizona playoff game, and they had some speed. They hit some home runs, but they had 7, 8, and 9 locked down.
Yeah.
And they got their 6 innings, and then if they got 7, 6 2/3, they had that 7th inning down, the 8th inning down, and Sewall would come in that 9th inning, and he would end it. And that's the trick in the playoffs. So, yeah, you're right. It's never been truer. Just get in.
Right.
And if
why not then go after? Let's get a little bit more pitching and defense. What about what Arizona's following their model a little bit? I like this kid Mondesi. He didn't play last year. He was out, but the year before, he's like only 28 and he's super fast. He can play all 3 infield positions. Gives you a little insurance if Luciano doesn't come around. Speed kills in this game today.
Yeah.
What do you think? I mean, that's a marginal move they can make.
They have to get a shortstop who's ready to play. So when you talk Mondesi, you don't know what you're going to get. Tommy Edman, if he's a shortstop, you know what you're going to get when he plays shortstop.
Yeah.
Kiner Falefa. I mean, he went to Toronto for a lot of money, but I thought he would be a great fit here because they need a shortstop. Luciano, as great as the kid is and as hard as he tries, he could come out of spring training and not be the shortstop.
Correct.
And it's not going to be Crawford. So you've got to get a guy at shortstop who's ready to play. Mondesi, you don't know what you're going to get. And Larry's been going nuts about this Jorge Mateo.
Yeah, Mateo.
because he's banging that drum all the time now. Larry gets on a person and he just won't let up. But the Orioles have so many infielders. Mateo could be available, and he can run like you said and play shortstop. So I think the next priority for them is get a shortstop. Don't fool around with this thing. It's not Tim Anderson. I don't think he's really
Right.
the guy. Don't fool around. If they got to make a trade, get a shortstop now.
Here's the shortstops right there on the screen that are available on free agency. We got Rosario, played with the Dodgers last year. Of course, you mentioned Crawford. They're probably not going that way. There's Mondesi. Hario, Adrianza came up with the Giants.
They need a real shortstop. DeYoung, we've seen him. He can't do anything.
No.
Maybe they have to do a trade. I know there's a lot of people talking about wanting to try to trade for Kim, but I don't know if the Padres will let him go.
Yeah.
I saw a trade the Padres on a Padres
Tommy Edman.
today.
You don't like Tommy Edman?
Tommy Edman, is he with St. Louis still?
St. Louis.
Yeah.
Now that would be a trade, right?
Yeah.
He's not a free agent. Okay. Yeah, Tommy Edman.
He's a free agent thing is going to do it. I think they're going to have to make a deal for a shortstop because none of these people, other than Tim Anderson, who comes with a lot of baggage.
Yeah.
Thanks. See, I wanted Kiner Falefa. I think he could have actually done it. Iglesias, I guess, not the end.
He signed with the Mets though, a minor league deal. Yeah.
Med can't hit. No, I think it's got to be a trade. I'd say just be a trade.
Okay. What else do you see them doing after today? What do you think this trade signals?
Well, I think it means they're not in on Snell. They're probably not in on Iwanga because to pay him 120 or 100 or whatever it would take with these posting fee for a 3 or 4 or 5 starter, I won't even call him a 3. It's probably more of a 4.
Yeah.
They got that now. I mean, they've got Beck and they've got Wynn and they've got people that can be a 4. So they don't really need him at that price. So I think they're probably out on him, probably out on Snell. I think Stroman is still a possibility. He hasn't signed with anybody yet. He likes San Francisco. He speaks so well of being here. He probably is a kid that they can probably make a deal. And then if you have Stroman and Webb at least healthy and live, and then you have Cobb coming back, forget about Ray. Let's not even think about him. But Cobb will be coming back. You have Harrison potentially. You got
How about Lorenzen? Is he a 5th starter? Maybe a guy that could fill some.
He was really bad with the Phillies. I mean, I know he threw the no-hitter, but boy, they couldn't they couldn't use him in the playoffs. I saw it. I mean, he was just dead. He was dead. Now, I'll tell you the guy who I think they really should bring back is Minaya.
Yeah, I was just going to say, my next question to you. What do you think you like? Now, the question is with Minaya, I mean, I think he can trust Melvin, but can he trust Farhan to not throw him back in the bullpen if he has a few bad starts?
No, I think he showed enough last year where he is a very, very valuable piece of the pitching staff. Whether he has to go to the pen or not, this guy is healthy. He's young enough. He throws hard. Lefties cannot hit him a lick. They can do nothing against him. And I like Minaya. He's a great guy.
Yeah, he is.
See him come back. I think I really wouldn't. He hasn't signed anywhere. I haven't heard anything.
I'm looking at this list here, and I don't see anything that stands out. I do like Minaya, the lefty, to plug in with Harrison, because that's really
you got to think Stroman, someone in that category, because they got back into the rotation people.
Yeah.
People like that.
I'm surprised they didn't actually take a shot on a 1-year deal with Frankie Montas with Melvin's background with him.
Yeah, but he's a shoulder. This is not an elbow guy. This is a shoulder.
Sure, that's true. Shoulders are hard to. You don't know what they're going to do.
Look at the money Giolito got. I mean, he got 2 years at 40 with an opt-out.
Yeah.
But that just shows you he's a guy who couldn't get anybody out.
He couldn't do nothing. Yeah, I was
Home
surprised.
runs all over the place, you know.
Well, at
And
least Stroman, you
but
know what
that's
you're
the
getting.
market. That's my point. That's the market
Right.
that we're dealing with.
Stroman,
So
you know what you're getting. You're getting a ground ball pitcher, which fits into the Giants' philosophy.
Yeah, and he can go 6 innings. He goes 7 innings.
Right.
He's not intimidated. He's a good teammate. I think he'd be an interesting guy to have in San Francisco.
Well,
I,
it looks
I-
like Jim on base is not able to pitch for the Giants this year. He's had 3 shoulder repairs.
Oof.
Wow. Jim
Jim has had 3 shoulder repairs.
That's what he said. Yeah.
Does that mean
it's a
he's not
nightmare.
doing his spring training?
What's that?
That's someone Farhan would love to pick up.
Is Jim not coming to spring training this year?
I don't know, Jim. Are you going to be able to make it to spring training with 3 labrum repairs? I don't know.
Yeah, we saw a lot of him last year, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. We did. I think he'll be down here.
Well, the main thing, let's finish up on the Ray trade. It gives them a good risk of 2 years at Ray is a better risk than 2 years of Haniger and 1 year of DeSclafani
Absolutely.
at that price. So it opens up the position to Ramos, to the other outfielder, Matos, potentially. You know, you could go there or you could bring somebody in. But they had to open that spot up. So Haniger's gone. DeSclafani now allows the Becks and Wins of the world or someone else who can come out of the wings to be a pitcher for the team. They don't get stuck. What if DeSclafani showed up and he was healthy, but he can't get anybody out? Now you're stuck with him, and you got to eat that $12 million. So they made a good move in getting rid of him now. So I think this is a good move for those reasons. And as I say, in baseball today for the Giants, it's like, as saying to Eric, it's like Netflix and the show Billions. You know, everybody is Bobby Axelrod. Everybody who works in baseball, they gave up the job to be in the private sector so they could play in the toy box of baseball. And it's all risk management, the risk versus the reward, and how much is it worth it? And the Giants get stuck in that. And I think that's why they're slower to pull the trigger on trades. But on this one, I firmly believe they think the risk of 2 years of Ray outweighs the Haniger DeSclafani combination, which is good. I'm glad
All right, Marty. I'm gonna give you the $1 million question here. I'm gonna
Good.
throw it to you. I'm Greg Johnson. I've just fired Farhan and I've made Marty Lurie president of baseball ops. What are you doing with this outfield you're looking at in front of you right now?
Well, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm getting rid of the digital ticketing. I want a regular ticket when I go to the ball.
Okay.
I love it.
That's the first thing I'm doing. I want a ticket that I could look at when I go to the ballpark.
And you can
Okay. Old school.
That's the first thing I'm going to do. And as far as the outfield, I mean, you got the new guy in center. And again, we sell hope in baseball.
Right.
I don't care who they bring in. They could bring in Tommy Edman. They could bring in Mateo. They could bring in Robbie Ray. Whoever it is, we have hope that maybe this will work out. So they got him in center. Conforto, they've got back at 18, 19 million. He will play. And he will play more than likely. He's going to play left field, more than likely. And he'll platoon out there probably with Slater, I would think. And then you got Yastrzemski, who signed for 10 million. These guys are here. So the center field was the issue. Would they get Bellinger for 280 million, or would they get Lee, who knows what he could do? He's unproven, really, in the big leagues, coming from Korea, AAA league, for 112 million. So I think he plays center. Conforto and one of the kids will platoon with him if they need him. And then Yastrzemski and Slater, who have both been signed at millions of dollars, they're going to be the guys in the outfield. So I think the key for the Giants is catch the ball.
Yeah.
And Lee can catch the ball in center. Conforto should be fine in left. He should be able to cover left. And Yastrzemski can cover right. Slater is really a mess in the outfield. I mean, the guy throws a cutoff man. He's just something always happens with him.
What
So
do
they
you
look for right field.
what do you do with Ramos? Are you trading him, or are you going to give him a shot at the big club this year?
Well, you see what he can do in spring training.
Hmm.
At some point he's going to run out of options. So this may be his last year.
Right. I imagine it's getting there.
Yeah. So you could look. I thought that there were moments when his bat speed looked really good, but you got to be prepared. Look at Adolis Garcia from the
Right.
Cardinals, goes to
Right.
Texas. You've got
Yeah.
people moving around all the time, and they become stars. A Rosarena is another one.
Right. Yeah. Ramos kind of fits into that camp, at
He-
least physically.
Yeah, exactly. That's what he looks like. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'd give him every chance in the world. I think Matos is going to be a player. I really do.
Yeah.
He didn't play as well defensively as they thought, even though he was terrific down here in the fall league. He was very good.
Right. Got defensive player of the year
But look,
down
he's
here.
a kid.
Or of the, yeah.
You're asking a 21-year-old to play in the big leagues.
It's tough.
It is tough to go, and he went the whole season, pretty much. So I think give him a break. Let's see what he can do. And he's a guy you invest in. I think he's that good.
All right. Jeff Taylor
Gerald
pays $2 to say you're a legend.
All right. Tell him that I appreciate it. I'll send him the $2 in the mail.
There we go. And then we got a question here for you in the chat. Hold on. We got another $2 here from Dark Horse player for us is CJ Abrams Nats trade. Nats are not getting rid of Abrams. He's one of their centerpieces.
That guy, he's going to be one of the best shortstops in the game.
And I saw another one, James Wood. He's going to be a masher for the Nationals. They didn't trade Juan Soto for James Wood and CJ Abrams to trade those guys. They're building around those guys.
I love CJ Abrams.
Oh yeah. Lou Marston, one of our channel favorites and long time season ticket holder, wants to ask you. Yeah, you know Lou. Can we be better than fourth place in the NL West?
Yeah, sure. Look, San Diego's no lock to do anything. If Musgrove is hurt and something happens to Darvish, you can kiss them goodbye. Their bullpen is a mess.
What do you think? Them picking up both the best Japanese closer and the best Korean closer they picked up.
Who knows?
Yeah, exactly.
It's hope. It's hope. All right, let's see. Look, it took Kim a year to adjust, and everyone's gaga over Kim. Kim is good, but come on, Kim isn't going to. There we go. Kim isn't going to make you forget Brandon Crawford in 2011.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Kim is okay.
I saw a trade.
They could come in third. I think Arizona is going to be pretty tough this year because there are no real problems with Arizona, and they're going to get a DH. They're going to get JD Martinez or Justin Turner, and they've got Rodriguez now and Brandon Pfaadt. I saw him a lot in the playoffs. And then you get Kelly and Gallen. That's pretty good, and their bullpen's still pretty good. So the Giants, I think, will fight probably for third. If I had to predict right now, that's what I would say.
This was a trade that I was reading a couple of hours ago. San Diego was talking about, 5 trades that might make sense for Kim. And I looked them up and I said, I wonder if they got the Giants in there being in the same division. And they had the Giants right at the top. Would you make this trade? Bryce Eldridge, Luis Matos, and Blake Sable for Kim, Hassan Kim.
Whew.
Eldridge, first-round pick.
That's a lot to give up because Eldridge might be the.
Yeah, but Eldridge could be 4 years away. We don't know.
Yeah, right.
Matos is here. And who was the third one?
Blake Sable.
Goodbye. Would I? Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think that'd be a trade that would.
The only one that would worry me. Now, I'd like to hear their evaluation of Matos. Giants. Yeah. What do they think? We're just kidding ourselves and kicking it around here. But I'd like to know professionally what they think of Matos. That would be the only one that would worry me. Eldridge, again, they get these two-way players, and he's a high school kid. So you're talking 3-4 years down the road where
Yeah.
Kim can actually stand in and be your middle infielder for Estrada or shortstop, probably for 2 or 3 years on
Yeah.
the big league level. So yeah, Sable, I love the kid. He's great. He's a breath of fresh air, but you shake a tree and a bunch of them fall out.
Somebody in the chat, I can't find it. Oh, there it is, Robert Boyd. $2. Thanks, Robert.
Thanks, Robert.
Marty, Cody Bellinger, the Giants, a possibility?
Sure it is, but what are you going to do with Lamont Wade now? You got to deal with him. If you make the commitment to Bellinger, again, risk versus reward in their mind of the risk management guys in this front office, are you going to spend $280 million?
Do you really think it's going to?
I
I think, this is what I think's holding up Bellinger's from signing. I think Boris wants that 250 plus million for Boris.
Yeah.
I mean, for Bellinger, and I don't think he's getting anywhere close to it. And
Well,
I think it's getting to be
teams who could take him.
Cubs,
take
Toronto. Him? No, I don't think the Yankees are going after him.
Okay, because they have Soto, but Soto is a 1-year deal.
Yeah.
So they first base they got Rizzo, and he was really shaky last year. Toronto, they just signed Kiermaier for center field.
Right.
Yeah, look, yes, I would think if the money came down far enough, the Giants would consider it, but I just don't think it's going to happen. I just don't see it happening.
Yeah.
I think there's more chance of Hoskins than Bellinger.
Yeah, and I'm okay with Hoskins. I think,
he's a pro. He's a major leaguer.
My feeling is this on the Giants.
Either go wait a year and then try for Alonso.
Yeah. My thing on the Giants is this: either build the team around some veterans, go get Hoskins, go get Bellinger, go get Soler, and have some guys that can actually hit. And then if you're not going to land any of those guys, just play the young guys. Just go with Schmidt, Luciano, Bailey behind the plate, Harrison, put Matos or Ramos in one of the outfield positions, maybe both. See what they can do. Build this team up. Fitzgerald can, and so you're going to go through. What would you rather be, 78 and 84, or with a bunch of middle of the road guys like they've been doing, or a couple of years of 70 and 92 or 65 and 97 teams, and then all of a sudden 2-3 years from now you got a basis of guys that have developed together and they're ready to play.
If you have that in their farm system, but there's no indication.
But we don't know. We don't even know.
There's really no indication they have those blue chip top 100 guys.
They haven't given them a shot.
Well, they're still not being evaluated by baseball in that way either.
True.
So, if you had 3 or 4, like the Orioles, if you had Gunnar Henderson and all these people coming up, and you had Rutschman, you said, okay, just play these guys because in 3 years. But can you tell me in 3 years where Luciano's going to be?
No, I can't.
Harrison, I think, looks legit to me. I like the arm. It's just his head. I think he's just got to learn how to.
Yeah, we went
big leagues. Luciano, I can't tell you. Is he going to make Schmidt? I can't tell you if he'll make it.
Yeah, we don't know.
Patrick, I can't tell you. I mean, I love the kid. I love his speed. Meckler, can you tell me what he's going to do? You don't know. So I appreciate the concept, but I'm not sure they have the players to just.
I think you're right on that, Marty, because we looked at the Baseball America's Top 100 last week. They have 2, Luciano and Harrison. And you know what? Farhan's only drafted one of those guys, Harrison. So Farhan was brought in to shape this farm system, and there's only one guy that he's drafted in 5 years. It's in the top 100 of baseball.
Guys, I think you have to wait and see. You and I have talked on the phone a couple of times about coming on the show. I said, let's wait and see what he does. and then we can talk about it. And again, this is now January the 5th. My first show will be February 24th. It's coming right up. I mean, we got
Yep.
26, it's 50 days. It's 7 weeks from tomorrow.
Wow.
I mean, the actual show, 7 weeks from tomorrow. So let's see what he does as far as rounding out this team.
Yeah, that's what I said. I'm going to wait 45 to 60 days before I judge him.
Yeah.
And
maybe he'll surprise us and get Bellinger. Maybe he'll get Stroman. But I'd love to see him take a risk.
Yes.
Yes.
I'd love to see him say, okay, Eldridge, we're going to send you. We're going to send Luciano. And we'll trade this one because we want Alonso. And we want him now. You know, take a shot at something.
Yes.
That's the one. Take a risk because that's hope. And then we have hope. So it's okay to trade those minor leaguers, but take a shot at something.
Yes.
The Robbie Ray thing is a no-brainer because you get rid of two players who are, as I say, zeros. You're getting rid of them and the money, and Robbie Ray, he's an established pitcher. He's hurt, which they love. He'll come back, you know, in 25 and 26, and they got him. That's okay. That's all right. But take a shot where you
please.
Boy, I'm going to wake up at 3 a.m. saying, oh, my God, did I just trade Luciano? But that's baseball.
That's baseball.
That's what general managers do.
Right.
That's
there's been nothing.
With Farhan Farhan should be the president and run the organization. Let them get a baseball general manager.
Yes.
Talk to the fans and talk about things that we're talking about and not talk about it in guarded terms where we're playing the margins and we're doing this. Get me a baseball guy who's the general manager. Pete is a nice guy, but he's in charge of the minor leagues and nutrition and stuff like that. I want Ned. I want him to stand up there and be the guy talking to the public about these kinds of things.
Absolutely.
And Farhan's wonderful. He's a brilliant man.
Yeah, he's a brilliant guy, and he adds a lot to baseball. But behind the scenes, what he does,
in that spot.
Yeah.
And I really think a general manager would help a lot.
Yeah,
that kind of guy. But maybe those days are over. Maybe that's just Greg Johnson.
We talk about that.
Greg Johnson's bought into the Farhan way of doing things.
Yeah, and it's
the way it goes.
It's rough as Giants fans.
Yeah, I mean the free agent thing. We went through the list. It's trouble.
Yeah,
it's trouble. You know, to spend big bucks on these people. So make a trade.
Yeah,
you got minor leaguers. Make a trade and take a shot. Find a Rosarena somewhere.
Yeah,
find them.
Yeah.
You know,
or go get the real Rosarena.
I like Soler. I'd love to see Soler.
Oh, I love Soler.
Where they put him? See, they got no.
I'd either make him right field.
Let Yastrzemski go. I would have let Slater go.
Yep.
And Conforto, they couldn't let go because he opted in. But I would have opened up that outfield spot for a Soler.
Yes, Soler can hit 36 homers.
Someone like that who can be your number 3 or 4 hitter. They don't have a 3 or 4 hitter.
No, exactly. Having Patrick Bailey in the 4-hole last year a lot.
Come on, he got so tired. You know, they had to carry him off the field at the end.
Yeah.
You know, he couldn't do anything.
Well, hey, listen, Marty, I know we've kept you a while, and thank you for joining. We'll wait till the next move. Maybe that's in February.
And I think he has to.
Yeah.
And the shortstop for me is next.
Yeah. Okay.
And that I think has got to happen through a trade. I don't see anyone on that list who you could say if Luciano.
How about this for a trade?
Go ahead.
Carson Whisenhunt.
Yeah.
Conforto.
Yeah.
Ramos and I'm trying to think of somebody else along the lines.
I know where you're going.
For Burns and Adames, and you make sure that contingent that like the Dodgers did with Glasnow, you make sure that the deal's contingent on Burns signing an extension.
You know, look, I would even take him for a year.
Yeah.
Honestly, I
And
take
then you don't have to give maybe up as much if it's just for a year. Maybe you can.
because Burns could put you in the playoffs with Webb and with
Oh, yeah.
Cobb, who comes back, and and see what else
And
they
then if
got.
Ray comes back after the break, and
Forget about Ray. Ray, that could happen in August and September if it happens.
Burns is a guy, though. Burns is a guy.
Burns is a guy, and you put Burns and Webb together, and Cobb, you hope, but you get Burns on a trade, and you sign Stroman with Webb, and you've got Harrison there. Now you're talking, because you can get in with that.
You could get in and do damage like the Diamondbacks did last year with Kelly.
Even though he's Adames, look, Adames never saw a pitch he didn't like.
Right.
He can reach the seats in left field. He's a right-handed hitter.
Right.
And he plays decent shortstop. Of the people you mentioned, I don't know why Milwaukee would want any of them, other than maybe Wisenhunt.
Right.
If you get them, you would have to sweeten the deal.
Yeah, probably sweeten it. You might have to give up a Bryce Eldridge for the future,
or Harrison. You may have to give Harrison.
Yeah, maybe a Harrison.
Yeah,
you're going to have to give something serious up.
Yeah, but, for Burns.
But is that I would be very much in favor of that.
Okay,
I'm
very good.
Training minor leaguers. I have no problem doing that, because you're going to get more of them the next year.
Yeah, exactly. You draft more every year. Well, great, Marty. It's great having you.
Thanks, Marty.
We'll catch you in February, and for the last time, Happy New Year.
That's it.
Last time this year. Happy New Year.
Play the Curb Your Enthusiasm theme song as we go out. All right,
that would be great.
Be well, you guys.
All right, take care, Marty.
Be well.
Marty Lurie, the great Marty Lurie joined us. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Have a great one. And that was all. It's always great to get Marty on, get his perspective.
Absolutely.
He's been. How many years has he been doing the Giants? It's got to be you were calling in the show. What?
I think didn't he start in 2010? I think he started in the 2010, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah, 2010.
But before that, he was with the A's for like forever.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, that's great. That's great. Well, hey guys, we're going to call it a night ourselves as well. We will be back. I guess we'll come back Monday night. We'll take the weekend off.
Okay.
Unless something happens.
Yeah, we'll see.
Unless something comes of age here.
Man, I loved him talking about getting a baseball GM. I like that.
I do too. That was awesome.
I like to hear that. You see?
Yeah.
We know what we're talking about here on NorCal Sports Network.
Cliff Martinez says, how dare you shorten the show, Dan? Well, we could keep it going if somebody wants to come in and pinch hit while I step aside for a while. It's my third game behind the plate.
Yeah, hey, triple header. We don't mess around here. We don't mess around.
So does you want to keep going, Eric, or what do you want to do?
Yeah, I could go. Why not?
Let's see. Is Los out there in the chat? It's Friday night.
I have not seen him.
Hey, who wants to guest host tonight? Anybody want to guest host? Senior, you're out there.
No, he locks down the chat. He's our
all right,
our guy in the chat for sure.
Will Martinez, you want to come in?
Look at that. He says 153 in the chat, and you're calling it a night. What about us with
no lies?
Oh man!
Oh, come on, Will. It's a triple hitter.
W
Dan.
still
Get up
on
there and take more hacks. I could take a few more hacks. This is what time did we start today? Here it was.
We started at 3:30, then
so
we went at 4:30
my time. Hey, I got to check out the Warrior game. I said I was going to watch that. All right, you know what? Get somebody on.
It's not even 9, Johnny says. Wow. Yeah.
It is for me. It's 9:45. Who does anybody? We can open it. We can have a guest host. We can put the link out there.
Dan Senior says, take a 15-minute break, grab a protein bar, and come back.
Do I have room for a second protein bar today? Hold on, let me think.
You're doing the calorie math.
No, I got to count. I'm doing the fart map. I've had one. There's fiber in those things, man. If I have too much fiber,
you might be brown lining it.
Trying to think. I had one.
Man.
Yeah, usually I have one at night. Usually it's kind of my snack. But if I get a third one in, man, it's like bombs away, you know?
Bombs away.
Yeah, you know, it's
The fart math.
fart math. Yeah, it's like, yeah.
Oh, you
So,
gotta crank up the volume on that.
yeah, I must have the volume down here.
I
on
kept
that.
it down.
I'll
like
let you
music.
roll with that. You know what? I'm going to take a little break. I'm going to go
Sure.
watch the Warrior game. Eric's going to stay on. I'll come back, check in with you. Let me see what's going on in the Warrior game right now.
Yeah, see what's going on.
Playing Detroit. And
Oh, here comes Chardon running, Aaron. You know what? That's funny. I haven't seen Chardon in a while. I don't know where he went.
You don't want to co-host with Chardon, I don't think.
You bet, Johnny.
Who's out there? Come on, somebody's got it.
Brown Bomber.
Somebody's got to want to come in.
Did we ever throw here?
Is Matthew in there? Is Matthew out there? Haven't seen Matthew. He wanted to see the dogs last night, and I didn't show him the dogs. Buster's always right by me.
I haven't seen. Yeah, I haven't seen. Yeah, I heard him start snoring when
Buster's
Marty was
right there.
talking.
Hey, buddy boy. Say hello to everybody.
Oh, Bino Chris, look at that.
What do we got? Who's what?
Forever Dodgers. Sorry, it's all good. It's all good.
All right, Forever Dodgers. Okay, until the playoffs.
There we go.
Tell the playoffs. Forever Dodgers. You can have
Raider
the National
Bob.
League West. It's yours.
Got Raider Bob out there. He's ready to go.
They own the National League West right now, but all right.
Just put the camera on Buster and I could co-host with him.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, he'll follow you after the
John
game.
Heyman just had a new report on Bellinger. Okay,
Well,
we'll see.
whatever.
Hey, come on, somebody who wants to come in. Just let's see a hand go up. Put your hand up. You know, you do one of those. How do you do that?
I got the link out there, so if anyone wants to.
Oh, you do have the link out there.
Yeah, it's there.
There it is, right there, guys. Oh, you had it up. There it is. It's right in the chat. All you got to do is click on that. How about
check that out? Is the dog named Dodger or Otani?
Who said that?
Kevin Dodgers Guerrero.
That dog's name is Buster.
Guerrero.
As
I don't
in,
want to mess their name up.
The dog's name is Buster, as in 3-time World Series champion Buster Posey. and those are legitimate 3-time championships. None of this fake Cracker Jacks box, 60-game cardboard box fan World Series.
Warriors are looking very inconsistent. That's what Justin says.
They are right now. We need more Fargon. You know, Fargon left last night, and he left his shirt right over there.
Look at that! What a slob!
He just left.
What a slob!
I could see his gut over there underneath the shirt too.
I could see his gut over there.
Oh gosh.
Oh.
All right, someone come into the chat. Come on, make Eric feel better. Eric, Eric doesn't
I could do it. It's not a big.
Eric doesn't like being alone. He really doesn't. Yeah. Yeah, I was on the cruise show earlier. This is my 4th show today.
That's right. That's your 4th.
Yeah, this is a cycle. I hit for the cycle. I can't believe it. I hit for the cycle for the first time in my life.
Oh, man.
Oh, no, Tom Ward, you're kidding me. Oh, Moody's going to want out. If I'm Moody, I'd just get me out of here tonight. Demand a trade. That is sick.
Kevin says, damn, you didn't have to do me like that.
Oh. It's all in fun. We're all having fun. Hey.
All in jest.
Yeah. If you've heard me long enough, I said many times, I'd rather be in the Dodgers' shoes right now than the Giants. Any day of the week. The only thing we have as Giants fans is now if the Dodgers win the next three in a row, we're in real trouble as Giants fans. We don't have any shade we can throw, right?
Yeah.
If the Dodgers win 2 or 3 out of the next, in a row or do something, we're just going to be it's going to be poverty
I know. Hey,
we ought to be Las Vegas A's fans.
As for those of you who weren't here in the very first NorCal show, Cliff Martinez was sitting on a John yesterday thinking about trades, and the first thing that came to his mind was trading for Ray as he's sitting on the pot.
Oh, hey man.
Ray! Ray! Ray!
Man, I don't even want to eat that brown on that chocolate peanut butter bar that I was going to have now. Thanks a lot, Eric.
That was great, Cliff. Now you gave me material for the last a while.
Oh, wait. I can help Eric. Come on in, Robert.
Hey, I sent the link out there. Here you go.
Send him out again so you can see it fresh right up there.
There it is.
All right.
Dan and Eric, this isn't the old days where there was only 20 or 30 in the chat. Now it's 100 plus nightly and increasing. So we demand the business hours to stay the same, stay open longer too. There you go.
we went from 159 though with Marty down to 115, so 112.
Yeah, we're dropping.
So we're dropping.
Yeah, of course. I mean, you know Marty. Come on,
Marty brings it.
Marty. We're not no Marty Lurie around here.
Dodger fans are mad at Eduardo Perez, believes the Braves are better than the Dodgers. Well, I do too. I actually do too. That's Don. I still have the Braves higher than the Dodgers at this moment. I think it's those two.
Till they trade for Corbin Burns.
Till the Dodgers trade for Corbin Burns.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Yeah, they may do it for 1 year for sure. Why not? Why would you stop? As Ned said, why would you stop now? You're already over the luxury tax. Well, not quite, but they can go over. They weren't over last year, right? So they can go over. They can go over. And look who we've got joining the chat from
Morgan Hill.
Morgan Hill. That's right. Morgan Hill Rob. There he is.
What's up, guys?
What's up,
Rob?
How you guys doing?
Good.
Pretty good.
All right. Hey, you know what? Now that Eric's not alone, I'm going to step aside for a while and come back. I'm going to watch a little basketball, take a break. You guys carry the chat on, and and we will. I will see you. I will see you guys a little bit later, probably about 30 minutes.
Sounds good, Dan.
If you haven't been kicked off the air,
right?
If we're not on, if we're not live, there's an issue.
All right, I know where to find you. All right, take care of the channel, please.
Yeah, you betcha.
All right, we'll see you.
All right, take it easy, Dan.
See ya.
Yeah.
All right. Oh my God, what's up, Rob? How's it going? Thanks for joining.
Pretty good. Yeah, no problem, Eric. How are you doing tonight?
Not too bad, man. I love it when Marty comes on. I just love.
Oh, that was great.
Listening to him and Ned Coletti. I mean, I'm telling you, it's as far as baseball fans here in Northern California, man, it's awesome to be able to tap into those guys and just hear their knowledge and what they think about baseball.
Yeah, they know a lot about baseball. They've been They've been alive longer than me. So yeah,
exactly. And I mean, I just love listening to them. Hear what they have to say. I want to hear from baseball people. I don't want to hear, just like he talked about the risk aversion, risk versus reward. And it's like, I'm tired of that. I'm tired of the marginal things, Look, and what he said at the end was awesome. Get a GM in here who knows baseball. Let Farhan do his thing, so you could be the president.
I would have already fired Farhan though. That would have been, he would have been gone.
To be honest with you, that would be nice.
I can't stand Farhan. I told my brother last year we should have fired his buns a long time ago.
Yeah, I hear you. Hold down the fart. You mean Ford? Gotcha, Daniel. Yep. Daniel Shabazz knows about the NorCal Sports Network.
God, I watch you guys every night. I plan my dog's walks so I can watch you guys.
Oh my gosh, man! Now that's dedication.
Right. Except I went to the Sharks game last night and I couldn't watch.
Oh, gotcha. Hey, no worries. No worries.
Yeah.
It's all good. What's up, Vita? Hey, well, you know what? Maybe when Dan gets back, we're going to have to open up the phone. I remember you wanted to talk yesterday because you were pissed off, Vita, and we never got to open up the phone lines yesterday. So we might have to do that when Dan gets back.
Yeah.
But yeah, we talked about it earlier, with the Ray trade. I kind of figured that,
I had a feeling we were going to get somebody in the trade.
It's And I'm fine with it for the future for 25 and 26. Because 24, when you're coming off Tommy John, there's too many question marks in what exactly the performance.
I mean, it didn't surprise me we traded for a guy that's hurt, though.
Exactly, and that's another thing. That's something that Farhan loves to do. He loves to go out there and get guys who are just coming off injury.
Yeah,
it's the risk reward type of thing to a certain extent, but you got to be careful doing that.
100%.
We'll see. He's a strikeout pitcher, so he's not a guy that paints corners and nothing. He comes out there to strike you out. So we'll see what he has when it comes time to 20. You know, I'm gonna call 2024 a wash for Robbie Ray. The key to that trade was getting rid of DeSclafani and Mitch Haniger.
I was stoked when we got rid of both of them bums.
Yeah, but the thing is, you know, there's some more outfielders out there I think that need to see the door.
So Conforto first.
I got nothing personal against these people. It's just I'm talking about as far as their baseball.
We need athleticism in the outfield, not slow pokes.
Well, and get someone who's not prone to get injured. Their hammies are like on thin ice.
Can we just cut Slater and eat the money? I'm okay with that.
Yeah. Let's see what we've got in here real quick. Yep. Agreed, Johnny. Just look at Farhan. Nothing about him says baseball. Look, I'm not making fun of his way he looks or anything, but it's the way that he conducts himself, his body language. You could see that there's something that's just not quite there as far as being quote unquote a baseball guy. I don't know if that makes sense.
Oh, 100%. Half my family are Dodger fans anyway, so I got to hear it from them.
That's rough. Is your family from Southern California?
No, all from the Bay Area.
Bay Area, and they're Dodger fans?
Well, my late grandpa, he passed away a couple years ago, but yeah, he was a Dodger fan through and through. He got to see the 3 titles I saw win.
You need to sit down and have a discussion with your family and explain to them.
There's no way. No, my dad's been Dodger fan since the 60s.
Kyle, you're lucky I'm on NorCal and not on my channel right now. You're lucky.
Eric reminds me of Farhan. I think you should ban him for an hour.
I won't go that far, but there's something else I could do, but I don't want
to. Yeah.
We don't need to go that.
Lord.
It's the Vince Scully effect. Huh.
Yeah. I mean, the only reason I voted yes to only talk the Giants, I'm not a Warriors guy. I'm a Bulls fan. I've been a Bulls fan before, my whole life. I stick with the Bulls. They have like a Farhan of Chicago GM.
Oh, do they really?
Who doesn't do nothing.
That's rough. Yeah. But it's interesting because the chat kind of, we did that poll yesterday just to kind of say, "What's up, Matt? Good to see you." A lot of people aren't from the Bay Area that are listening to this channel that's on YouTube. A lot of these guys are, in the Valley, North Bay. I guess you consider it north. North.
I don't know how
of the Bay.
Yeah, I don't know how the former Milwaukee Brewers said Sacramento's the Bay Area.
Oh, what Well, do you remember during the whole Aaron Judge? They said he was. They said, "Oh, he grew up in the Bay Area." Linden is not. It's Stockton. It's Stockton. Stockton is not the Bay Area.
The Bay Area is San Francisco down to San Jose. Through there,
Far East is what?
I don't think Morgan Hill's part of the Bay Area.
Call Livermore. I wouldn't even call Livermore Bay Area.
Livermore's not that far from me, though.
Yeah, but I wouldn't consider that Bay Area, right? Livermore.
Maybe. Livermore's like 40 minutes away from me.
Maybe the border is the Altamont. So once you get over to Altamont, you're no longer in the Bay Area. There you go. Maybe we'll go there.
Yeah, I don't know where the cutoff is. I just know it's not Sacramento.
Justin says San Jose is not Bay Area.
That's such a lie.
Come on, man.
I live in San Jose.
Right there. The Bay's right there. I don't know, Justin. Antioch? No. Yeah, Antioch's considered Bay Area. Pittsburgh. Yeah. Once you get over the river there, over there at the Antioch Bridge, you guess you're technically no longer Bay Area. over there by the Sacramento River, where the Sacramento and what is that? What meets over there? What's that other river? Is it the San Joaquin that meets over there? Can't remember, but it's Sacramento River for sure.
I'd have to ask my dad. My dad knows more about how the rivers work here.
Yeah. We're sitting here talking geography on NorCal Sports Network.
Right, we're not even talking sports anymore.
This sounds like something on my damn channel.
Right. I like watching your channel. I've been watching. I watched it the other night and then fell asleep for some reason.
Hey, that happens.
There was one night on NorCal Sports, I just couldn't stay awake any longer. I just went to bed. There's no way.
Yeah, there's a couple of times, man, we go to distance. That is no doubt about that. That last time when we had Ned and Larry on. God,
the 4-hour show was amazing.
Yeah, that was fun, man. That was when the Yamamoto went down. That was. Thanks, Matt. Hey, I didn't see you on there. I did an impromptu show yesterday when all that stuff was breaking down with Creed, but I'm not going to talk about that. I don't want to.
Over here.
Yeah, people will be like, I don't want to talk about
geography.
Yeah, exactly.
I still want Trevor Bauer.
You know what? I'm a little bit. I don't know. He's got the skill.
Remember, he was innocent though. The girl lied. Showed the video.
I'm not going to even go into that. I'm just talking about the way he's he said
he's learned from his.
That's
mistake.
What he says, but of course he's going to come out and say that. It's one thing to come out on the news and say, "Yeah, I regret this. I've made mistakes. I'm gonna try to be better."
Yeah, but I think it's good as a player, though. We'll say it.
You got to prove it to an extent.
Yeah, I agree.
Here's the issue, and here's an issue. It's kind of tricky because what's the point of coming here on the Giants for 1 year? You see what I'm saying? Well,
he might sign a 2-year deal. We really don't know.
Maybe, but he may want. Who knows? But
I'd be okay with with a 2-year deal and an opt out after the first year and see how he does.
But here's the problem though. If he has a great year, then the Giants lose him and he goes somewhere else. And now you're back to square one as far as trying to find.
That's true.
See what I'm saying? That's why I want maybe a 3-year. I don't know, but you got to put something in.
Well,
in the contract.
He can't get a lot of money because he's coming from Japan too.
Yeah, but he's got major league proven. So I mean,
just look at his past when he was with the Indians, where he threw the ball in center field.
Yeah, exactly. So he's got some issues.
Baggage.
Whether or not he has corrected it is again a question.
I mean, he's 34 too, so he's not going to get a 7-year deal.
Good point. That's a good point. So maybe you just sign him for a 3-year deal.
Yeah, for $30 million.
You might be able to do it on the cheap.
$30 million probably get it done. $10 million a year.
Per year? I think it might be a 40. Maybe 40? I don't know. Maybe
there's no way he can get 40 million.
15
he would have had to win the Cy Young in Japan.
I don't know. Starting pitcher prices are going through the roof.
I still think the Giants could get Snell. I really do, without having to.
Well, I don't think, and Marty talked about it. I think with this, because listen to what they're saying. You got Farhan coming on the radio saying he's going to be an ideal number 2 when healthy. So that tells you that's what, a top of the rotation guy. So he could check that off. He could check it off. Hey, I got the top of the rotation guy. Now I can go do something else.
That's injured.
But it doesn't matter to Farhan, man. It does, and this is what pisses me off.
No, yeah, I agree.
And think about it. So you got Farhan out there saying that. You got Alex Pavlovich who's reporting the Giants are not going to get another top end. No, it wasn't top end starter. Top of the market. They're done with top of the market. So that tells me.
Yeah, but that's starting pitching though, right? That was just starting pitching.
No, but he didn't say starting pitching. He said top of the market. That could be position. That could be pitching. I mean, that's kind of splitting hairs. I'm just going by what he wrote in his tweet.
Yeah.
I mean, I think he would clarify. I mean, Alex, I would think clarify, hey, specifically pitcher, but he just said top of the market guys are off the books now. Or off the table.
There's no way.
But it wouldn't surprise me. Come on. We're talking about Farhan.
Yeah, it's Farhan. But hey, I was surprised with this trade.
Yeah. Real quick, Robert Rothberg says, which Giant players would you include in a trade?
Matos.
It depends on who you get back, though. A lot of it takes you got to take in consideration what is left on the player's contract. Who are you trading for?
Yeah, but if you trade for Burns, you gotta
Oh yeah.
you got to hold Boris accountable. Like Boris, we'll give him 7 years, $280 million.
Well, see, and that's the thing is that's something that they would have because we've said
But
this
Danny
many
even
times,
said it too. Like
this is not
it's
just
going
what
to come
we're
back to
saying.
bite him one time.
This is something that we've said on the show, but we're taking it from what has been said over the last few years. Boris likes to take his guys to free agency. So, is he? Does it mean that's always going to happen? I mean, it all depends on the offer that you give Burns as far as an extension.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's interesting. I don't know, Robert. I think it's situational. It all depends on, like, if you're going after someone like a Luis Robert from White Sox, which it's not going to happen. They're not going to give. You're going to have to give up.
I don't know. The
literally
White Sox were
farm.
talking about trading him a couple years ago.
Yeah, but they extended him too.
That's because you extend somebody doesn't mean you can't trade them.
No, I agree, 100%. But we'll see. But they might want to build around him. I don't know. I don't know.
The White Sox are in shambles.
Yeah, I know they're pretty bad. So we'll see. I mean, if they, yeah, it's going to be interesting. I don't know.
I mean, the Giants are in shambles too, but
and they haven't traded Cease yet. I don't know if that's still going to come down the pipe. We'll see.
I'd rather trade for Shane Bieber and Glacé and trade Duvall away.
Oh, yeah,
well,
you're trading
probably trade
reliever for reliever.
Wizenhut too. Probably have to trade Wizenhut.
And to see the teams know that they got Giants, by the short and curlies, because I mean, there's not much room that and they know Farhan's going to be desperate to an extent.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see if there's any, because with trades it could be anybody. It could be anybody. Well, as a matter of fact, did you see the Cardinals? They picked up Kittredge, the starting pitcher from the Rays.
Yeah, I saw that.
So they're fortifying their rotation. St. Louis is a good team, so let's see what they do.
I mean, they didn't make the playoffs, but yeah.
You got Vita saying Luciano, Conforto, Bart, and Wynn for Burns, Adames, and Yelich.
Oof.
Yelich
hasn't been the shell of himself in a minute, but sure.
Yeah, he's battled some back injury. Last year he seemed to be okay.
I feel like we would need to trade another outfielder because we're getting an outfielder back. I'd want to get rid of 2 outfielders.
Well,
trade Yaz in that too.
It seems to be when people want to trade, it's usually they want a starting pitcher of some sort. That seems to always be, that's the common denominator. Everyone wants starting pitching, especially young, controllable starting pitchers.
Because they got arbitration years.
Yeah, exactly. Absolutely. But that costs more too. You got to remember that. The longer they got control, the higher the price tag is.
Yeah. And that's why in the last CBA though was too, where they wanted to cut down the shortened years too. Didn't they cut it down in the CBA for arbitration years?
I know. I thought it's still the same. I don't think Arbs. I think Arbs is still the same. Pretty sure.
Okay.
Matt says White Sox got too greedy on Cease. Everyone says the Braves offered their best 3 prospects, and their Whites and the Sox started asking for their 4th. Wow.
That's when you get greedy.
If that is true, there's no way in hell they are trading Luis Robert. No way. If you're asking if the Braves are giving them the top 3 prospects,
I would have took that and stole it.
Woo. That's highway robbery.
I'd have to call one of my.
Look what they did. Look what the Braves did. They pivoted to getting Chris Sale, and Chris Sale will probably be pretty good for him for a while. Well, I mean,
if he can hold, he's an injury prone guy too.
He is. He's got that herky jerky delivery. So
he had Tommy John once,
but right, and then I think he was. What did he? He was out last year for something. But when he came back, he was pretty dominant.
Yeah.
He was pretty. You know who else had a decent year? Paxton.
I wouldn't want Paxton.
But he actually was not that bad. Now, again, that issue is the Giants. I was thinking of him at the trade deadline last year to start to see, Giants got a bunch of guys like Paxton. That's the only thing.
Yeah.
Let's see what else we got in here.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, like Pepio. Pepio for Glasnow. Dodgers gave up Pepio because of the extension. Yep. Yep. And I don't think the Dodgers are done. We've talked about this before. I mean,
they're in on Glacé and Shane Bieber. If they get them, they'll have the best pitching staff in baseball.
Exactly. Hey, Senior wants to say, you are doing a great job pinch hitting for Dan. Look at that.
Thank you.
Robert getting some love from the chat. That's awesome.
Right.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. You're doing well.
Thank you. I used to do a YouTube channel, but I did it for the Sharks only.
Oh, nice. Cool. Well, heck, maybe you have to talk to Dan. Maybe we'll get you on here doing some Shark stuff.
Yeah. Love the Sharks.
NorCal Sports Network.
Everyone forgets the Sharks are in the Bay Area.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The funny thing is, just kind of divert a little bit. Where I got into hockey, you know where I really got into hockey? When I was stationed at Luke Air Force Base in Arizona. They had the
oh my god! IHL. I feel sorry for you. You got excited about the Coyotes. Who keeps wanting to get sold?
No. This is even just before the Coyotes. I mean, I was there right when the Coyotes got there because this is back in the mid '90s, and they had the IHL team. It was the minor league team for the LA Kings. It was the Arizona.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. The
Roadrunners, the Phoenix Roadrunners.
Nope.
Man, that is some of the when you go watch
Phoenix
that,
Roadrunners were not the Kings.
Yeah,
it was the no, I know the Kings. The Kings are the Regina Kings, or I can't think of the name.
It was back that we're talking about from 1994 to 1997. They were
okay. Yeah. Now I know yes, you're right. My bad. I thought you were talking about like recent. I'm like, no, that's not true.
Yep. What's up?
I love hockey.
What's up? Hockey, I'm telling you, that is the most exciting sport that you can watch. On TV, it's a little bit hard, but in person
is amazing.
Top notch.
There's no bad seat in the house. If you sit up top, you see everything.
Oh, it is. You know, I kind of like sitting in one of the corners up high.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, my stepdad got free tickets last night. We sat in section 107, row 8. Amazing.
Nice. I don't like sitting up in the glass. I like sitting up high so you could see the ice a little bit more.
No, I could still see the ice. It was like in the middle.
Oh, that's nice.
Perfect view.
There's Will B, my cohort on military history. What's up? Yeah, hockey's awesome.
He was in the Army, right?
That is correct. He was in Army.
Okay.
But I don't hold that against him.
My buddy was in the Air Force.
Oh, was he?
But not the same time as you. Oh, I think he's around my age. He's older than me, actually.
What year was he in?
You know what? I think he graduated in like 1999, maybe, when I was going to be a freshman.
Okay, yeah, I was in until 2014.
I'll have to ask him. I haven't talked to him in a minute.
Fair enough. Yeah, exactly. Hockey in person. Yeah. Awesome. Horrible on TV. Oh, Will, you're speaking my language. The funny thing is, when I was in Arizona, the NHL team that I used to love was the Colorado Avalanche. But you're forgetting somebody, Will Martinez. Instead of Peter Forsberg, Sakic. Oh, remember Lidstrom, their defenseman? He was a badass.
Lidstrom played for the Wings.
Take it back. It was someone else.
You're thinking of Ray Bork, who played for them and came from Boston.
Not Boston, no.
Rob Blake.
Avalanche. We're talking about Avalanche in the mid-90s.
Yeah, Rob Blake.
There you go.
Oh, I thought you were talking about defenseman, not a goalie.
No, yeah, defenseman. But yes, I was going
Patrick Waugh is the goalie, though.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
I can't hear you because I got Stanley Cup rings in my ear. Remember that quote?
Oh, yeah.
Patrick Waugh was the dude. I have never seen someone get down into the butterfly and pop up so damn quick.
Yeah.
I mean, it was amazing.
I'm a Wings and Sharks fan, so I win either way.
Oh, remember, didn't you guys have the trade Dino Ciccarelli, right?
Yeah.
Remember when he parked in front of Patrick Waugh during the Stanley Cups and he got that hockey stick and stuck it right up his
Yeah. Somewhere he should.
I remember that. That was awesome. Oh, those exactly, man. Gosh, that was Peter Forsberg and Joe Sakic. Those guys were amazing. Amazing guys.
Now you can't even do that.
Yep.
Hockey's more of a skill name now.
Was fantastic. Fantastic. And as we start talking about hockey, there goes the viewership.
Really?
Hey,
Just because of hockey?
come back.
Come back. We'll talk about the Giants.
Oh, man. Uh-oh. So it looks like tied at 100 with 2 minutes left. I might have to bring this up here. And
If the Warriors lose to the Pistons, I'm going to go in the other room and make fun of my brother.
wow, here we go. Here we go. We can share this. I know Dan would love to see this.
He's watching the game now.
No, he used to hate. I watch baseball on game day, and I would always watch the dots.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, we'll have to keep this up here. 90s Sharks was fun to add. The 90s Sharks had some good teams, right?
2000 too.
Trivia. Who was the first Sharks coach?
Kevin Constantine.
Is that who it was?
Yeah, it was Kevin Constantine. Yes.
Mark's asking.
100%. Yeah, Kevin Constantine.
Oh, there we go. The nuke subs. There you go. I'll bring in the alarm. Oh, Mark says this. Nope.
It was him and Drew Remenda.
Let's hear it. We'll hear. Where are we going here?
I'm positive.
Okay, hey, we're getting people back. Look at that. We're at 91. Come on, guys. Hey, you know what, though? I'll tell you one thing about NorCal Sports Network. We got a late night crowd. The people that really start showing up, they start showing up like around 9:30, 10 o'clock, even sometimes at 10:30. That's all good. It's all good. See, everyone that's showing up, they missed the great Marty Lurie.
Yeah, I liked when you guys had the show at 8:30 because it was even more perfect for me to take my husky on his runs and walks.
Well, I'm sure it's going to, because when we spring ahead in March, then we'll be on the same
time.
But
California should be on the same time anyway. But
it's going to be rough, man. If I think it's going to go the way I think it is, these post games are going to be brutal.
Oh, Warriors up 107, 103.
Oh,
I was like, if you lost to the Pistons, I think Steve Kerr gets fired.
4-point game, 1 minute left.
Hey, Steve Kerr hit a big shot for Michael Jordan in the finals.
Let's see where we're at. Oh, the Seals. Yeah, the San Francisco Seals, Western Hockey League.
Yep, I remember that.
That's old school stuff right there, right?
Yeah, I was alive. I was old enough to remember that.
Oh, what do we got here? It says, no dude with the handlebar mustache. Who was that? Not sure he's talking. It says, Konstantin was the first in the lead to the playoffs. I don't know. George Kingston.
Oh my God, I can't believe I forgot that guy.
Ah!
I totally forgot about him.
It's all good. It's all good. Gotta have fun.
Yeah, it's all good. I was like, damn, I got kicked. I was doing so well.
I love it, Clip. I like the show. It's at 3:30 so I could get out of accounting. I like that. I like that. Especially on a Friday, right? Especially on a Friday.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Will, you remember that? You remember the damn post games we had last season? Oh,
let me ask you something, Eric.
Yeah, go for
it. Who was the Giants' first manager ever? I don't know. I really don't know.
You're gonna have to go back to like the you're talking about New York or San Francisco era?
New York era.
Oh man, that's like the guy who called them the Giants, right? What was his name? Probably like someone named O'Malley or Sullivan or something like that.
Right. I don't know.
Yeah, I can't remember. It's someone back in the 1800s.
Yeah, I wasn't born till 83, so I don't even know.
But then you had good old McGraw. McGraw, he was with them for freaking 30 years. 30 years. You got to read his book. His book's good.
Mm-hmm.
I actually read it on Google Reads because you can't buy that book. You try, that's,
yeah,
that's expensive because it's from back in the day.
Will Martinez. Giants are great.
Oh man, it was so tough. I mean, Will Martinez was pretty much with us with every post game, and it was tough. It really was. Sometimes it was okay, like when the young guys are coming up and raking. We're having some good times, but then after the first 8 games of the All-Star break, everything just started falling apart, and it was it was brutal. Yeah, we pretty much exactly. We're basically therapists because this is where everyone comes and vents after the Giants lose.
Right. I would call in and vent.
Man,
Jesus.
that's how it was. Were you around when we were doing the post games?
I would watch, but I wasn't really active in chatting.
Fair enough.
I'm more into your show now.
Oh, what's this night? He did the night stuff. Oh, they're up by 7 with 25 seconds. Yeah, it looks like the game's probably going to be a wrap. That's what I'm guessing.
100%.
That's what it looks like. 25 seconds. I don't think they're going to make up 7 points, right?
Yeah, my buddy's a Pistons fan. Feel sorry for him.
Ooh. It's got to be rough. But still, that's awfully close, right? For a team that's that bad.
Shows you how bad the Warriors are.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Exactly.
I always give my brother
Niners own the Bay and will for the next 10 years. Probably right about that. San Francisco.
I don't know for 10 years. The Niners will be bad again eventually.
Yeah, but even when the Niners are bad, it's still it's still the Bay Area team for the most part. It's always been kind of the Niners and Giants. The Giants kind of maybe got ahead a little bit, during their World Series runs, but it's pretty much been. That's it, Jim Muttrey. Thanks, Justin. Yeah, that's the guy that said, "Yeah, these are my Giants." They weren't even called the Giants. They were called the Gothams?
Yeah.
What is my channel? Here, I'll show you what my channel is. Here you go.
You're at Gothams, yeah.
Oh, what the hell? Oh, what the hell? I freaking caps lock it. Hold on.
Yeah, I remember when the Giants lost the World Series to the Angels. I was like, I think I'll be dead before I see the Giants win the World Series. I feel like Dusty Baker choked in the biggest moment there.
Yeah, we've talked about that many times. There you go, James. It is Military History Chronicles. No spaces. I might go live. I don't know when I'm gonna go live again. Maybe. Ooh, shoot.
I just feel like
maybe
if you would have kept Russ Ortiz in, we would have won that World Series.
Yeah, exactly. The ball toss, all that stuff. I think I might go. I might do a show tomorrow. Matter of fact, I'll probably do it on my. I got a vote going on. If you go to my community page, if you go to YouTube, hit the community tab. I got a poll out there of what people want to talk about. It's gonna talk about some American Civil War stuff. So, yeah, no nuke sounds. Not today.
No nukes.
So they won. So was it final? If it's final, then I'm gonna just close this out. WWF. Okay, right on. Yeah, thanks, Benji. Appreciate the support. Thanks.
Yeah, I don't. I stopped liking wrestling a long time ago.
Come on, wrestling, man. Okay, the glory days. I'm telling you,
the WWF 80s, is when I watched it.
Yes, the 80s, the 90s, and the early 2000s, man, was gold. Man,
when they were battling WCW, it was amazing.
3 hours of Nitro. I mean, that was just fantastic. And then you had the Thursday night. What the hell did they do to Thursday night? They
moved it to Friday.
Did they?
Yeah, it's Friday Night SmackDown.
No. I'm talking about WCW when they were still competing with WWE.
Oh. I think it was still Monday.
Hey. Right on, Benji. I appreciate that. Awesome. Thank you.
Does it tell you when you sub on what number you are?
I think maybe if you just look at the page and see what their subs are, and then if you sub, then it shows it bump up, then you know.
Oh, okay. I never looked at that before.
Come on, Johnny. Come on, Johnny.
Then I became an adult.
Come on. We all know that it's rigged, that it's scripted.
Yeah.
But it's fun.
Once I found out it was rigged and scripted, I was like, I'm not watching this anymore. I used to believe that stuff was real when I was a kid.
Oh, he meant that in a good way. Okay, gotcha. The Rock and Stone Cold, man, those were That was some classic matches right there. Man.
But how did they get the fake blood to pop out of Steve's head, though?
Yeah. There you go, The Rock. Can you smell? I love it. Love it.
He's still yoked, though, The Rock.
Oh, yeah. Well, he's come on.
He's juicing, though.
Brutus the Barber Beefcake. Oh, man. I remember that. Remember, he had he had a little skit. What do they call it? The barber.
I don't even remember that dude.
Eddie Guerrero. He was a fantastic wrestler.
You remember Doink, the clown?
Doink.
He's been dead for a long time.
Brother Love, and then I love the manager too. Bobby the Brain Heenan, Jimmy Hart, the Hell in the Cell or Iron Man match. Hell in the Cell.
Owen Hart was good until he fell off the rafters.
Undertaker, another legend.
Yeah.
Oh, see, I don't know about that one. Of course, don't get me wrong, it's scripted, but don't tell me that there's also could be some shenanigans.
Oh,
Bret the Hitman was awesome, dude. I love the Bret the Hitman. That dude could freaking wrestle, man. He could wrestle.
Yeah.
Howard Aldridge. Hey, I don't know if I've seen you in the chat before. If not, welcome. Appreciate it. Do you remember the time, Howard? It was a Monday Night Raw. Yes, Monday Night Raw. And remember when Stone Cold had some kind of mental stuff going on and he kept talking to his watch. And every time he talked to his watch, he would say, "What? What?" Anyways, okay. He had a feud with Booker T. And they had a match. They had a match in a Fresno supermarket, in a grocery store. It was
I remember that.
fantastic. Oh my God, that was the best damn match I think I've ever seen. Loved it. Freaking, he gets Booker T. They're going through the entire store. I mean, they're just going into the aisles. They're going into the dairy section. They're just. Was it Bakersfield? I thought it was Fresno. I could be wrong.
I don't know. I don't remember. It's been so long.
He has Booker T in a shopping cart, comes up to the check stand, drags him across the check stand. He gets on the microphone and Stone Cold goes, "Price check on Jackass." Oh man, dude, I about lost it.
Right.
Fantastic. That was the best.
If that was 96, that's how long the Dallas Cowboys feel the last Super Bowl. For the last win.
Taking a trip down memory lane with wrestling.
Let me ask you something, Eric.
Yeah, what's up?
Would you, when I went to the Sharks game last night, me and these guys were having a debate on if I would take Lamar over Joe Flacco. I was like, I'd take Joe Flacco. Won a Super Bowl, has a winning record in the playoffs. Lamar has not proven anything but a losing record.
Wow. That's interesting. I'll ask Dan about that one. See,
I know Lamar beat us and whooped us up down the field, but we stopped running the ball.
Yeah.
Shanahan got pass happy, got in his head and choked.
Yep. Booker T. Yeah, he was good. I'm telling you, man, I love the glory days of just the wrestling. Do you remember they had how old are you, Robert?
40.
Oh, you might be a little bit too young. On TV, they used to have a wrestling cartoon where it had Junkyard Dog and Hulk Hogan and Sergeant Slaughter. Matter of fact, Sergeant Slaughter, he was on G.I. Joe. Remember? I remember
G.I. Joe, yeah.
He was on G.I. Joe. But
but when was that? What year was the cartoon?
This is the 80s. This is late 80s, mid 80s, maybe mid to late.
Mid 80s? I was old enough, probably.
Maybe. Oh, it used
to
be
was
on
6
Saturday
in 89.
Morning. It was Saturday morning. Dean Malenko.
I mean, I used to watch Ninja Turtles.
Big Rock.
You know. Do you remember?
Do you remember Eugene? Oh yeah, I think that was.
What era was that?
That was in like the 90s. I think 90s, 2000 somewhere.
I was more into sports.
No, Sergeant Slaughter was a wrestler before was on the WWF. If I'm not mistaken. Yep. He was a wrestler before he became a G.I. Joe. Yep. 80s cartoon, yes. 80s cartoon. I used to love Saturday morning cartoons, man.
Those are great.
Those were the glory days, man. Why can't we get back to that? Okay.
Get back to that?
This is a Military History Chronicles conversation. I don't want to derail NorCal Sports Network with this.
A lot of cartoons couldn't be made today because of the culture now.
Absolutely. Transformers. Oh my God.
Transformers was great. Dude. Thundercats. Okay. Oh my God. I used to wake up every morning for Thundercats.
Which Voltron? Howard, which Voltron? Do you like the Tigers Voltron or did you like the outer space weird Voltron? Which Voltron did you like? You better come with the right answer, Howard. But yes, Transformers, absolutely. Thundercats.
They're supposed to make a Thundercats movie.
There you go. I like this guy. I like Howard.
Yeah.
You got to go with the Lions Voltron. You know what else I used to love? Robotech. Loved Robotech. Man, that was fantastic.
Was that the 80s too, Robotech?
That was 80s. That was 80s.
What is that cartoon about?
Robotech, it was all like the Japanese animation where the
I never saw that in my life.
It's all about airplanes turning into robots
I never saw that cartoon.
Oh, dude, you got to look it up. Look up Robotech. Yeah,
okay.
Robotech was awesome, dude. And it's a great storyline. And there's different like it's Robotech, but there's like different chapters, if you will, where it's a whole different set of characters. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
Dragon Ball Z, 80s Spider-Man.
Dragon Ball Z, never liked that.
Inspector Gadget.
I remember that. Inspector Gadget.
Super Friends, Saturday morning.
Yep.
Saturday morning.
I used to watch when I was growing up. I used to like Bert and Ernie too, and
what were they called? The Zentradi. Remember that? That was one of the bad guys, the big giant dudes. The Zentradi.
Aliens invade the Earth. Okay, I'll have to look that up. I never saw Robotech.
Oh, dude, it's awesome. It's awesome. We're not even talking sports.
I mean, you were born in the 70s, right?
73.
Oh my goodness.
Absolutely. Bugs Bunny, the goat.
Yep.
Oh, light the beam. Looks like the Kings won again.
Yeah, but they won't go anywhere in the playoffs again.
Benji, this is an amazing conversation. Yeah, right. I can't believe. Yeah, they're cop. I don't remember cops.
Dan leaves and we get off subject.
Oh man. Hey, we're holding it down.
Dan's going to come back with one viewer left.
Yeah, we'll be good. This is what will happen. This is what will happen. When he comes back, we'll get back more into good old baseball stuff, and it'll come back.
Let me ask you this, Eric. Do you see the Giants in 5 to 10 years win a World Series?
5 to 10?
Yeah.
No, but is it impossible? No.
No.
It's
our last best three prospects was Posey and Crawford. Bell had his good years. Lincecum and Kane, Wilson.
Oh man, I love it. Oh, and I knew it.
That's awesome.
I knew it. I was waiting for it. But
right.
But you make up a great point, because here's the deal, and I've been saying this for a long time. To make a World Series contending team, you have to do 3 things: draft and develop,
yes,
hit on free agents when you can, and be able to trade.
But the Giants haven't always been good at developing.
They haven't went far. This is the thing. I think that's why we were sold a bill of goods. Farhan came to the Giants because everyone saw what he did in LA, which he didn't do nothing in LA because it was Friedman. So everyone thought, oh, Farhan's going to come and save the day. It wasn't him. Like we said, it was Friedman doing these, and he was drafting, he was developing. Farhan had nothing to do with that. He comes to San Francisco, and now we see it. We see it with our eyes. He hasn't done nothing in the 5 years with draft and development.
Yeah.
Maybe we have something with Harrison. Maybe we have something with Bailey. But just like what Marty was talking about earlier, you got to be able to get these young guys in your system to come up. He said, "Who do we have in the system right now that is a quote unquote blue chip?" We don't.
I mean, Crawford could be a blue chip, but we don't know. Reggie Crawford.
Yeah.
I mean, MLB said this was our best draft.
Oh, well, that's what they say. Okay, we'll see. We'll see. I hope. But why did it take the 5th year to do that? That's the issue.
Who knows?
Why did it take 5 years? It shouldn't be. He should have been hitting. I mean, to draft. I mean, you just have to have knowledge of the game. That's why you need baseball people. That's why Marty said.
Yeah, but there's a lot of teams that have problems too with drafting, not just the Giants.
No, I agree. And a lot of it, to an extent, is luck. I get that. But how can you can't sit there and look down at the Dodgers and say that it's luck, because they constantly, every single year, when the guys that they pick, they develop them to be good. So that's
the Dodgers haven't won a World Series since '88.
Okay, I get it. But you know what? For me, this is just me.
No, I know.
Do I want the Dodgers to win? No. But winning a World Series is one of the most difficult things you can do. And unfortunately, or fortunately,
I feel like hockey's pretty tough because you go through 82 plus 7.
Hockey's another tough one. Exactly. And it's not easy. When you get into postseason, it's not easy.
No.
But that being said, you can't take away that the Dodgers have been able to produce constantly, consistently. I mean, 10 of the last 11 years, they've won the division. That's success.
Yeah, but
now,
if you also look at the 90s Braves, were the same way as the Dodgers.
Same way.
Only won one World Series.
Exactly. Same thing. So you can't sit there and say, were the Braves in the 90s bad? No, absolutely not. Just like
they had the best pitching staff in baseball and still couldn't get it done.
Exactly. Because once you get into a series, so many variables pop up. So many variables. And if things don't align for you, you don't get certain breaks, you don't win a World Series.
It's been a while for the Yankees too.
And you know what, Will, that's what pisses me off the most. Year 6 and the roster gets worse every year, and yet he got an extension. In what other occupation?
We did get rid of 2 worst players though.
I'll tell you, I'm being dead serious, Will Martinez, is government jobs. In what other occupation can you stink at your job and get a raise or an extension? Government jobs.
Out!
Oh my gosh.
What's going on?
We're talking 80s cartoons.
Right?
We're talking 80s cartoons. Oh, it's look, ask the chat. They loved it.
All right, give me. Let's see if I can remember 80s cartoons. I can remember 60s and 70s.
There you go.
What do you got? What were some of the stuff in 80s? Let's see if I remember.
What you got?
I had little kids in the 80s.
Oh, we're talking G.I. Joe. We're talking
G.I. Joe, Transformers, Thundercats.
Voltron.
Oh yeah. How about these?
You get boom. You get the lions and boom.
What were those Transformer guys, right? The red
Transformers.
And the blue ones?
Yeah. Transformers and Voltron. Sort of, kind of. Yep.
I had. What was the?
Yo, Joe.
What was the one show my son used to watch?
Felix the Cat. There you go.
I can't remember those shows my son used to watch. I should get him on here. He that was much later. Those, they weren't cartoons, but my youngest kids that are now in their 20s, they were, or maybe it was older than that, the Teletubbies.
Oh,
that was my brother's era, my youngest brother.
Yeah.
Benji, classic. Tom and Jerry, classic.
Yeah, but I think Tom and Jerry's been around since the 60s, right?
And my show was Popeye.
I think they were around the 40s.
Popeye. You remember Popeye?
Yeah, I remember Popeye, yeah. But the Popeye was in the 40s too, probably.
Yeah, Popeye, that spinach and what was that? Olive. That's right. Olive.
Yeah.
And then you had oh God, why can't I think of his name?
I can't think of everybody. It's been so long.
I'll gladly pay you.
Hey, do we have to block this guy? Cryptic. Hey, the other old guy is back.
I resemble that remark.
Yeah, this is
It was
my
funny.
show.
Like as soon as you left, Dan, we started talking about cartoons and wrestling.
I heard some wrestling. Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, man. Come on.
Oh,
Yeah.
we started talking about the
we
Sharks
talked
and the
about other
viewer
things.
count went down.
Oh my goodness.
Hey, Robert said he used to do a YouTube channel on the Sharks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had to quit just because I was working more. I'm not working as much now.
Okay. Oh, we need a Sharks guy for the NorCal Sports Network.
Yeah, I love the Sharks, man. I live and breathe that team.
Wimpy. Thank you, Cliff. I knew
Yeah.
you would know it. He must have been on the pot.
I mean,
He
Team
must
USA
have been
just
on the-
won gold with about like 3 Sharks on the Team USA.
Oh man.
Cliff Martinez says he loves it when we have 3:30 p.m. shows because he can get out of his accounting work.
I was reading some stuff on while I was during the commercial breaks of the Warriors game. I was reading some baseball channel stuff, MLB trade rumors and passing and different things like that. But somebody made a comment. I wonder if the Mariners getting rid of Ray now and just basically getting DeSclafani, that $12 billion will be off the books in a year, and then Haniger's can opt out after this year. Maybe they might be going after Snell, who's from Seattle.
Wouldn't that be something?
I mean, that's Jerry DePito for you. He already made another, or I think the Mariners pulled another trade off. It got Luke
with Rayleigh,
Tampa Bay. Yeah, so that guy's, he ain't messing around. I told you. You can always go to Farhan for, when he's needs to get something done.
Why does Farhan only go to the Mariners, though? That's just weird.
It's a real weird thing. Yeah, I don't get it. I don't get it.
Beavis and Butthead.
Beavis and Butthead.
Beavis
Ren
and
and
Butthead.
Stimpy were classic. A little bit dark, but pretty damn funny.
Yeah, but when I was a kid, I didn't know what dark was yet until I got older and understood it.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I said that too. Does Farhan only have DePito's phone number? He's the only one that he really makes friends with, to be honest.
Yeah, does he make it? Come on.
I know, it's weird.
It's the strangest thing. How many deals? I mean, I bet you there's 7 or 8 deals he's made with Seattle.
At least.
Yeah,
At least.
And there's teams he hasn't made one trade with.
Nope.
In 6 years.
Maybe he just doesn't trust the other GMs like he trusts DePito.
Whatever.
Yeah, I don't know. He hasn't won much getting out of Seattle. I mean,
DePito's probably the only one that has given Farhan his number.
Eric, yeah, we want Fargon, huh? Fargon's tired, man.
Yeah,
I might.
It was a long
I might
day.
have a stroke if Fargon comes on.
Fargon.
Every time you come on with him, I just can't. I have to stop. I have to take a breath.
Fargon. Oh my goodness. So what's going on in the chat here?
Man, we're going.
I was telling Eric, I walk my dog before the show comes on. That's how dedicated I am to watching it.
He's dedicated. He walks his dog according to our schedule.
All right. Well, the dog. You get more time to walk the dog now before 8:30, or you had more time before.
Yeah, I still take him at 7 anyway.
Oh, okay. What kind of dog is it again?
Siberian Husky.
Oh, that's right.
That's right. I remember.
Yeah. Well, we've been going an hour and 40 minutes.
Yeah, we could shut it down now.
I think. Are you doing a show tonight at all?
No, you know what? Since you say we're taking a break for the weekend, I think I might just go on tomorrow. Get into some Civil War stuff.
There you go.
And once the Giants make a trade tomorrow for you guys to come on.
Yeah.
Yeah. All I got to do is go on a work appointment, and then they make Giants do something.
Yeah, I
Jeez. Yeah, third show I've done from my car today.
When were you on Larry's show today? I didn't see that.
I came on late. I came on about the last half hour of his show.
Okay.
The post-game shows are going to be rough, he says. I predict either Dan, Eric, or Los will have a heart attack in a post-game show this upcoming season. Boris too young.
I hope not. Gosh.
Hey, if the Giants get some more pieces, we could be fine. But even with Robbie Ray, still doesn't move the needle. We're still bad.
Robbie Ray's not till next year, man.
Yeah, Robbie Ray is the only
Hey, at least he can't opt. Is he a Boris guy though?
Not sure.
Good question.
Not sure. The only good thing that excuse me. The only thing the Giants can hope for with Ray for 24 is that he actually, if he's pitching in July and somehow they're in the race and all of a sudden by September he finds his groove.
Yeah.
After 5 or 6, 7 starts, maybe he starts to get a little bit of his groove back, that if they can somehow squeak into the playoffs, that he gives them a shot in a short series with but that's so unlikely,
right?
But I don't know. I mean, I'm just kind of like do something
last
else.
time Ray was in the playoffs, he gave up that big home run to Alvarez.
Oh, that's right.
Sure did.
That's right.
In the sure 9th? Did.
Wasn't that in the 9th or something? Or
it was somewhere. It was
somewhere too. Where the ball kept going.
Yeah. I mean, this trade really is right now. It's kind of a nothing burger trade. There's nothing great about it.
It helped the Giants more than anything get rid of 2 bad contracts.
Right. But I don't even know what it actually accomplishes as far as direction. What are the Giants actually doing? What are they gonna do?
Right.
Give me your Sharks outlook with trades and
look at that. Cliff Martinez with $2. Thanks, Cliff.
There we go.
Look, because of Rob, even. How about that?
Rob bringing money into the show.
I mean, they drafted Will Smith at 4. They got Philip Bystad from Sweden. They got a couple guys from I can't think of their names at the moment, but we just lost Matt Banning for the season, so the Sharks don't know how to develop a goalie. So the Sharks need to finish dead last and hopefully get the number 1 pick and get Macklin Celebrini with Will Smith.
Interesting. Yeah. Hockey's very interesting because they draft these guys some of them out of college, but some come out of the
young kids, like
these
16.
leagues, these Canadian junior leagues or whatever.
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Man, hockey is so big in Canada, isn't it? I mean, it's
big here too.
It's gotten really big in the last several years, hasn't it? 20 years.
Yeah.
Really, what would you say the change was? That Wayne Gretzky going to the Kings way back when? Was that the reason that hockey started to get big in the U.S.?
In California at least.
Yeah, I mean, because hockey was big in New York and
everywhere else.
Blackhawk. I mean,
but the original 6,
Yeah, who was the original 6?
Chicago, Detroit. I said Toronto, Chicago, Detroit,
Rangers,
Boston, Rangers, Boston.
I mean, you look at hockey, though, was always, like you say, big in Boston, big in Detroit,
big in the Northeast,
Chicago.
Montreal, I think, was the original 6 too. I think that was the other one.
Buffalo Sabres weren't original, but they were up there.
Yeah, New York, they had what? The Islanders, the Rangers, the Bucks.
They still have the Islanders, Devils, and Rangers still.
Yeah, they got 4 teams basically, right? The state.
Yeah.
So, but then all of a sudden,
there's only 3 here though.
Move out. You got the Kings and the Ducks and the Sharks, and that's it, right?
That's it. Yeah.
So I mean, hockey kind of grew in out west, and then got the Coyotes here in Phoenix, and
are the Coyotes ever going to move somewhere where they actually get an arena?
Yeah, I don't know. They got booted out of their arena, which was right down the road from me here in Glendale.
Yeah,
and now they're playing in just this little hole in the wall.
Yeah, Arizona State Mullet Arena.
Yeah. So what's it hold? Like 5,000?
That's in Tempe, right?
Yeah.
Tempe. Yeah.
I think they're looking to build an arena somewhere over in maybe close to where the Diamondback spring training is, Talking Stick.
Oh, in Scottsdale?
Somewhere over there, I think they've been talking.
Yeah, but the last vote they had to go to Tempe, and it got voted down.
Right. Yeah, Scottsdale's on the ballot. Cliff Martinez says, yeah. So, I they had a nice arena in Glendale, but they didn't like coming over here, and the city was losing money of Glendale, and it's a whole big mess.
I just think the Coyotes just need to leave the state. Arizona doesn't support them like they support the Cardinals and the Diamondbacks.
Yeah, I mean, Arizona doesn't really support anybody unless they're a real winner. I mean,
when Coyotes first showed up to Arizona, there was a lot of fanfare for it, but
they were making the playoffs, for a while there.
Yeah,
and they had trying to remember the guy that was their big guy,
Shane Doan.
Yeah,
Shane Doan.
Doan. Yeah,
yeah.
But yeah. Bring back the Whalers. Yeah, Hartford Whalers. Move the Coyotes to Hartford and bring back the Whalers. Yeah, Hartford.
That'll never happen.
Hartford, they moved to Carolina, right?
Yeah.
The Hurricanes.
Does Buffalo still have a team? The Sabres?
Yeah, the Sabres, yeah.
Yeah, Buffalo.
New York's got a bunch of damn teams, man.
Yep, there's 4.
They got the Islanders, Rangers, and the Devils. And then the Sabres.
Yeah.
I mean, Nashville still has the Predators, right?
Yes.
I mean, look at how much it's expanded, the NHL. Jeez.
Las Vegas,
Seattle Kraken.
What was the team that didn't the team from Canada, they lost the team from Canada, went to, where'd they go?
Colorado.
Did Calgary leave, right?
Calgary.
No,
not Calgary.
Who left?
No.
Who was it?
Quebec Nordiques left a long time ago and went to Colorado.
Right, came the Rockies, not the Rockies, the
Avalanche.
Avalanche.
Yeah, the team that you got the Florida Panthers,
Tampa Bay Lightning.
Yeah,
those two teams have kind of won the cup the last few years, haven't they? I mean, besides
only the Lightning,
Vegas.
The Panthers have never won it.
Oh, they made it, but they didn't win it, right?
They've lost it. Yeah, the Panthers have lost twice.
Winnipeg.
That's right.
Winnipeg.
Well,
Winnipeg went back.
Matter of fact, Stockton. They got the minor league for the Calgary Flames is in Stockton.
Stockton Heat.
The Stockton
on the west
Heat,
side, you got. I guess on the western side of Canada, you got what? Calgary and Edmonton.
And Vancouver.
Right. The Canucks. Yeah, all 3 of those teams are pretty close in proximity.
Where's San Jose's minor league hockey?
It's in San Jose. They're the San Jose Barracuda. They play at the Tech CU.
Oh, it's
not that far from me.
San Jose's minor. It's in San Jose. It's the Sharks.
Yeah.
No.
It's the Sharks.
No, it's the San Jose Barracuda. Come on.
Oh, Lord. There's
seriously, the Stockton doesn't have the hockey no more. They're not the Heat.
No, they left.
Holy shit! When did they leave?
20 years ago.
A lot of teams have moved their teams to where they play now.
Oh wow!
Where is the? There's a team I'm thinking of that. Yeah, it's Calgary. They used to be the Atlanta Flames, didn't they?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, Atlanta Flames are the Calgary Flames now, right?
Yeah.
What happened?
No, you're thinking of the Atlanta Thrashers.
No, no, there used to be Atlanta Flames. Is when I remember. What happened to Atlanta? They don't have a team now, Atlanta?
No, Atlanta doesn't have a team at all, no.
Yeah, they used to look it up. I'm almost positive. There was the Atlanta Flames.
I remember the Atlanta Thrashers. I wasn't alive for the Atlanta Flames years then.
Yeah, they moved to Calgary. They became the Calgary
Flames. No, I believe you.
Empire says, Dan, you're right.
Yeah, I remember my hockey. It's been I mean,
you were alive before me, Dan, so I didn't get to see the Atlanta Flames.
Yeah. I'm trying. I remember the Hartford. I was alive
for the Hartford Whalers.
I was in Hartford when they they had just moved to
Carolina.
Carolina.
Okay.
Or
You know
maybe
what
I was
sad
still
was?
there.
Like when they moved to Carolina, they won the cup pretty quickly.
Yeah. Dang, Hartford. Yeah, Hartford's not a big area either. I mean,
No,
doesn't I mean the biggest thing going for
with
Hartford,
ESPN,
yeah, and
like Bristol.
UConn basketball.
Yeah.
Trying to think of trying to think of some other older franchises that relocated. We have the Houston Oilers that became the
Yeah, I remember
Tennessee
that.
Titans.
Minnesota. Remember, they had a team.
Yeah, the Minnesota North Stars.
Yeah, the North Stars became Dallas
Stars.
Stars.
Yep.
The Minnesota North Stars, yeah. And now
They're the Minnesota Wild now.
we should do a show on that. All the teams that left, like, you had the St. Louis Cardinals become the Arizona Cardinals
Mm-hmm.
in football, and then the
LA
Rams
became the St. Louis Rams.
St. Louis Rams, and then the St. Louis Cruise back to LA.
Yeah. And I remember
Raiders used to be Oakland, went to Los Angeles,
came Oakland,
back to Oakland.
Now Las Vegas.
Dan remembers the Philadelphia A's.
I wasn't alive for the Philadelphia A's.
I had a tryout for the Philadelphia A's back in the day. Yeah. Philadelphia A's, and then they
were the Kansas City A's too.
Yeah,
yes,
they went to Kansas City. That's where Reggie Jackson was drafted, I believe, when he was with Kansas City.
Yeah, my dad tried out for the Giants.
San Francisco, or?
Yeah, San Francisco, yeah.
Oh, really?
That's when the Giants only wanted big guys and not speed.
Yeah, my dad tried out for the Oakland Raiders in the early 60s. And also tried out for the Oakland Raiders, and he did pitch with the Stockton Ports. With the
Never heard of Stockton Ports.
He was with
minor league team. Yeah.
Minor league team. I'm trying to remember what organization it was with.
It used to be with I think it was Milwaukee.
When did they start having minor league teams?
My dad wasn't with Milwaukee. It was he was
but they changed all the time. Like Fresno used to be Giants, and then it went to the A's.
Trying to remember what.
Yeah,
when they were the Fresno Grizzlies.
The Fresno Grizzlies. Yeah, that's
what. Yeah,
Fresno's now the Houston Astros affiliate, right?
Now it's the Houston.
AAA.
Yeah, and it's their. I think is it AAA?
Yeah, AAA. AAA. Yeah, you know who the announcer is for the Fresno?
Yeah,
team?
isn't it? What's his name?
It's Hank
the
Greenwald's
son of
Hank Greenwald's son. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
The Modesto Nuts.
Trying to think of some other notable teams that moved. How about the Cleveland Browns became the Baltimore Ravens and then won the Super Bowl?
That's what I thought. Yeah, it is low A. It's low A now.
What? Fresno?
No, I thought that was the Colts that moved to Baltimore.
Yeah, Fresno Grizzlies is low A. That's what I thought.
Oh, no, it was the Browns. It was the Browns. I'm stupid.
The Browns moved to Baltimore.
Yeah,
the Colts moved to Indianapolis.
Yes.
Robert Irsay, in the middle of the night.
Yeah, that's wild.
Warriors, right? Joe Schmo, Warriors in Philly, then San Francisco to Oakland to San Francisco. Yeah, they used to play in an arena called the Cow Palace.
That's where the Sharks came from, too, the Cow Palace.
Did they start in the Cow Palace?
Yeah, they started in the Cow Palace and then moved to San Jose the following year. And it was called the San Jose Arena.
I bet you this is before your time. I bet you don't remember the California Golden Seals.
I do. I know who you're talking about.
Played at the Oakland Coliseum.
Yep.
Joe Starkey was the announcer.
Yep.
My brother used to mow the lawn when he was in high school of Craig Patrick, who was a player for the Golden Seals.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Trying to think of some other teams of notable moves of their franchise. Let's see. Let me pull up the
Hey Dan, you're gonna have to get in touch with Will. I guess he knows Doug.
Hey, Dan, when did they start coming out with? When did they start doing minor league teams for baseball? And what year?
They have contracts.
Yeah, interesting. I'm just thinking of. I'm going to look up some stats.
Yeah, good one, Derek. Any possibility of signing players that can play the whole season? Is that where that's where we've been relegated to? And it's can you play the whole season? We'll sign you.
No, not allowed to do that. Not allowed to do that. Not Farhan. You got to, Farhan.
Not gonna do it. Not gonna do it.
Trade for injured players first.
Yeah. Farhan is the Terry Balky of loves guys. Terry Balky loved guys coming off ACLs. Farhan loves guys coming off
Tommy John.
And other injuries, some type of surgeries, and loves those opt-outs.
Yes, the one thing I did notice in the interview, though, with Greg Johnson, he said, yeah, he got a 3-year extension. Somebody asked him if he would get rid of Farhan. He said, anything is possible until you're not needed. I remember that part.
Oh, interesting. I'm looking here at baseball standings from last year, just seeing who moved from where. Let's see. Seattle was a expansion franchise, but
it was.
Yeah, the Kraken.
How about the Seattle Supersonics becoming?
I remember them, the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Yeah, it's funny because I thought about them keeping the name Sonics because Sonic Burgers, that little franchise, is from OKC.
Yeah,
that's where they originated from.
But when they got in contract with Oklahoma City to move, the state wouldn't let them keep that name because Seattle owned the rights.
How about the Atlanta Braves? They used to be the Milwaukee Braves.
Braves.
Yep.
Yeah. Let's see. Washington.
Senators.
Used to be Montreal Expos.
Montreal. Yeah. Expos, yeah.
But when they were the Senators, they became didn't Washington move to become the Minnesota Twins?
Yes. So Washington Senators moved to Minnesota.
Right.
To become the Twins.
Right.
And then Montreal
moved to DC to become
Washington to become the Nationals.
Right. So who's the next logical place to get a baseball team if there's expansion?
I heard that Dave Stewart and his guys wanted to get Nashville.
I was going to say Nashville seems like a place. They just did the winter meetings there.
Yep.
I think Nashville's a natural spot. There's really nothing in that kind of Ozark. I mean, it's not really close to Knoxville's a little further away, and Knoxville's somewhat close to the Carolinas, but there's nothing in that region.
Yeah.
I guess Kentucky, Cincinnati is just below the.
Cincinnati has the Reds. They don't need another team.
Yeah. But they're right next to the Kentucky border. So,
right.
Do you remember Cincinnati's original name?
Red Legs.
Okay.
The Red Legs?
Yes, you're right.
Was it Red Legs or Red Stockings?
No, Red Legs.
I think it's Red Legs.
Yeah. Hey, I have to test Dan a little bit sometimes.
You know what Cleveland's first name was?
Oh, I know now. St. Louis.
The Spiders.
The
Cleveland Spiders.
My dad was playing when he played at Stockton. He was part of the St. Louis Browns.
St. Louis Browns. Yep.
Wow.
Did they become the Cardinals or who? I don't know.
Oh, how did that work?
I don't remember. I wasn't alive yet.
I'm trying to remember what happened with the St. Louis Browns. I thought they just folded. I thought they folded, and then they came back with the St. Louis Cardinals. And then Cleveland also became the Cleveland Naps. It was named after their star player.
What a name, Naps.
LaJoie.
I just wish Cleveland was still called the Indians. They should still be called the Indians. And Washington for the football team should be called the Redskins.
I agree, and I think the Dodgers should still be called the Bums.
The Bums.
They should be called the Brooklyn Dodgers, not the LA Dodgers.
Them bums.
Them bums, man. We got any bums in the crowd still? Any
The
bums?
story Senior has pretty much surmised NorCal Sports Network in that sense.
I'm trying to shut the shit.
Yeah, I think I will shut it down. I'm tired. Don't get me going on just.
Oh, I know, man.
I mean, you know what gets me
firsthand.
tired is running my dog 4 times a day.
That's what it was.
Don't wind
St.
me
Louis
up.
Browns became the Baltimore Orioles. That's what it was.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Baltimore Orioles were also a team, I think, back during John McGraw's time when he was their third baseman. This is like back in the damn 19th century.
Bub Brad, I'm with you. Get Bauer. Not going to happen.
I saw someone had commented on one of your posts about Trevor Bauer, Dan. This lady, I'm like, and I was like, he was innocent. Like, these people that comment just should not comment.
Oh, yeah, there's a lot of people that are out there. I
Oh,
got
Looney Tune or woke. Sorry to say that on this channel, but it's the truth.
Oh, some guy says, dude really wants to support a multi-accused sex fiend who has already had to settle out of court and still has another case. Yeah, his other case.
He's going after the person, though.
Yeah. The case, the case you are, I'm going to respond to this clown you're talking about is Bauer going after.
Dan live on NorCal Sport Network.
Going after a tweet.
Tweeting away.
Yeah.
I had DM'd you earlier, Dan, but you didn't respond.
Oh, I probably didn't see it.
It's all good.
Dan gets a lot of messages.
I get too many.
I don't like message Dan every day. That would be annoying. It's just every once in a while.
But somebody messaged me every day. I guarantee you.
Yeah.
Out of the group.
Los messaged me the other day. Talk about reverse mortgage. I can't talk about reverse mortgage right now.
What?
He did. No, we were talking about Giants too, and then he talked about reverse mortgage. I'm like, I can't. I was like, my mom's a loan officer. She does mortgages. I'll go to her. I'm sorry.
There you go. Oh yeah, I see your message now. That's right. Today was your sister's funeral.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh man, that had to be rough.
That was brutal.
Yeah. Jeez. She the youngest in the family, or?
No.
Oh, okay.
My youngest brother is only 22.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, sorry you had to go through that today, man. That's rough.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, we'll see with the whole thing with Bauer. My thinking is, you know what? If he can pitch,
I don't think he goes to the Dodgers, though. The Dodgers cut him for,
Probably not. But Mookie Betts, is
that's just one player, though.
I wouldn't surprise me to see the Angels grab him.
You think he might want to get out of Southern California, though?
Yeah.
He might.
Maybe. I mean, I don't know. Diamondbacks could take him too.
Whew.
Arizona can handle him.
Wow.
Wild West.
Could you imagine?
Maybe
we can handle that kind of stuff.
The Yankees could handle him.
Yeah. I mean,
they like controversy all the time.
I think in those bigger cities, some of those bigger cities, it might be a little harder.
Yeah.
There's too many people to protest. But
if he came to San Francisco, I could see the line of protests.
No, there'd be so many people protesting.
Yeah.
But you know what? I don't. It's so stupid.
Yeah.
I mean the reasoning behind that is just absolutely ridiculous with everything else they allow going on in that city. So
yeah, they allow feces, needles, drugs.
Don't get me going on that. The crap that they allow going on in the city and breaking into buildings, stealing, just going in and looting stores with just cops watching, not doing anything. yeah, you're going to go protest a guy that is actually innocent of what he was, being accused of.
I actually thought he was innocent the whole time.
I kind of thought so too. I mean, that stuff's, it's pretty crazy to do that kind of stuff.
People this day and age, once it's an accusation, they think it's truth. There's no, that's it. I
like to hear the facts and the evidence before I post judgment on somebody.
Unfortunately, that's not how public opinion works anymore.
I mean, I was naive at first when when Bonds was accused of steroids. I didn't think he did it at first. and then I looked at his younger years to his later years. I'm like, there has to be juice.
Hey, Dan, if Snell hasn't chosen anyone by what are you thinking of taking a weekend off, right? Saturday, Sunday, come back Monday?
Yeah.
Maybe Buster will pick the Snell destination.
Oh, there we go.
I still think Snell could come to the Giants. I know what Farhan said to Pavlovich, but anything is possible.
Good job,
Anything's possible, yeah. Hey, we're going to close it out here, guys. It's 11:15 almost here in Arizona, 11:11, I guess, and 10:11 there. This is my fourth call today. And
you have to do the Sunday post game with Larry.
I'll be on. I don't have to, but I enjoy it. Yeah, I'll be.
Yeah.
You'll see me next on after the 49ers Rams game. Probably.
You see the Niners winning that game now?
Yeah.
What's that? A nothing game, right?
You see the Niners actually winning?
I don't know. It's neither team cares.
Yeah.
Because they're both in the playoffs. They're both Rams are either the 6th or the 7th seed. It all depends. Do they want to play Detroit, or they want to play Dallas, or do they not care?
Yeah. I don't think I think the Lions are frauds. I think they can get beat by anybody.
Yeah, if they're but if they show up, if their offense shows up, the offensive line and
but when they play a good defense, they get beat.
True, generally. But hey, guys, thanks for joining NorCal Sports. Thanks to Big Rob coming in.
Thank you. No problem, guys.
Yeah, appreciate Rob.
No problem, guys.
I was out for a little bit, and thank you again for our host, Marty Lurie, who's been gone for a couple of hours now. This show kept going, man. Wow. Yeah, we had Marty on. It
first 35 minutes.
8 o'clock, finished up about 8:40 with him, and here
you guys need to get Kerry back on.
Yeah, I'm working on that. Working on with Kerry. I've got a message out to him, and we'll see if we can get Kerry on next week.
How about Mad Dog Russo, though?
Oh, that's
Is that too difficult?
A little tougher. Little tougher. Yeah. But,
maybe you can get him during for spring training. Isn't he go out there for the Giants and Diamondbacks and Dodgers?
He might show up for a day or so, but I didn't see him last year. Okay. But anyway, thank you guys. Appreciate y'all staying with us.
Absolutely.
We'll come back Monday night, 8 o'clock. Until then, hey, check out Eric's channel tomorrow night.
Be on tomorrow night, maybe around 8 o'clock. I'm thinking around 8 o'clock tomorrow.
Military History Chronicles.
Yes.
There you go.
8 o'clock is perfect.
All right. Have a good one, everybody.
See you guys.
Yeah.